Welcome back, everyone, to our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA. Now, today we have a special guest with us. Kaylee, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello!
All right, that is Kaylee. For those of you who follow along with the NASCAR Heat 2 series, she has been with us before and did some crew chief / spotter duties with us in that series and brought us home to what kind of a finishing position do we have in that video?
First, I think.
I believe we did win. Also, we have Adam with us, but he's not quite sure he wants to be in the video just yet. He's a little confused by the game, and so he's laying down on the couch on the other side of the room. He may or may not be making an appearance. We'll see how things go. I know which way I'm leaning, so we'll see how things go. It's a long video, and I'm not sure if he can stay over there and stay quiet for this long. So we'll see how it is. He's giving me mean faces right now. So I think we're ready to go. All right, so where we left off in our last video was we got schedule number 2 that is now empty. Those are our dump trailers. And Kaylee's job basically is to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So any mistakes I make, Kaylee, are entirely your fault. Are you okay with this?
Possibly. I may regret it later.
Oh, you'll definitely regret it later. But any and all mistakes will definitely be your fault and will be pointed out quite regularly during the video. So just so we're upfront on everything and everybody understands. Adam, don't you think that's a good idea?
Yes. I'll be
Okay.
ready for it.
All right, you better be. So remember, any mistakes, if I choose the wrong trailer contracts, if I choose the wrong number of trucks in a contract, everything is your fault. Are we understood?
We are understood.
Okay, now we can go. So we have dump contracts that we need to get chosen. We have some reefer contracts that are starting to come to completion. And as soon as that happens, we'll start to have more of the reefer trucks that will be headed toward one of our depots. In this case, this guy is headed toward Indy, but right now he is, where is he at? Oh, he's in Minneapolis. Not that you could tell until we zoom in. And then, of course, we have all of our dump trailers that are ready to go, including this guy. Does he not look like Notch from Minecraft? Tell me he doesn't look like Notch.
He does.
He does look just like him. All right. So he looks, and this guy is got to be my favorite. This pose, I'm not sure what he's looking at, but it is slightly up and to the right. So, I don't know. There was something going on when they took his picture.
He's like a truck model, you know?
A truck model.
That's true, yeah.
There are hands models. There are bikini models.
And now we have a truck model.
And now we have truck models. Okay. My life is complete. We're all good. I think we should just end the video here because I don't think it gets better than that.
No, it doesn't.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's scroll our way back down. So all of these guys are basically in Des Moines right now. So Des Moines is right here. Again, not that you could tell until we zoom in. And it actually becomes, well, maybe. There we go. Des Moines is right there. So we have 6 trucks right there. So let's go ahead and start here. Let's get on schedule number 2. We need to get these guys going to work. So what we're looking for here is the number of trips. I prefer the higher number of trips, the better. And that is simply because I don't like to micromanage these guys. I like to put them on a job and let them get to it. But unfortunately in Des Moines, we're not quite to a level 4 at this point. So we're not going to get exactly the highest number of trips that I would prefer. So we got 15 trips here. That's to go into Chicago, which is, I believe that's level 4 in Chicago. Nope, not quite. We're 49 and 50. So we need one more contract there, and then we'll be level 4. So that makes me like this one. All right, 1 trip, 4 trips. We don't want any of these if we can help it. All right, we could go to Minneapolis. This one's pretty good, but there's a problem with that one. Kaylee, can you spot the problem with this particular contract?
15 trips? Question mark?
15 trips. All right. So actually there are 2 problems with this contract. The first is that we are on the wrong trailer type. We are looking for dump trailer contracts, and yet what we have been looking at is the dry trailer. So we have to move over to the dump trailer, and now let's see if we can get it. The other problem was the number of trucks. There were 15 trucks, and we definitely do not have 15 trucks. All right, so we got 3 trips, 2 trips, 4 trips. This is just no good at all. Here is one that is a recurring, which means it never ends. That's what the infinity symbol is telling us there. Are you familiar with the infinity symbol?
I'm very familiar.
Very familiar. Got it. Got it. So you would have caught that.
I would have caught that.
Definitely would have caught that. Got it. All right, so 2,100, that doesn't really make me happy. 10 trips may be what we get because I'm not seeing a whole lot going on. All right, so we got 10 trips to Pittsburgh, 67,000 total. 10 trips to Cheyenne for 58,000. Which one of those would be better?
I'm kind of thinking the 10 trips.
10 trips. Well, both of them are 10 trips, so I appreciate that.
Like that, the one that your mouse is on. That's what I was talking about.
All right, so this one is for
58,000.
So you think the 58,000 is better than the 67,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, remind me never to hire you as part of my trucking company.
You'll thank me later.
I will thank you later. Okay.
Yes,
What about
I
this
will.
one? This is 15 trips to San Antonio. It's only for 3 trucks. It's 136,000.
It's a bit steep, you know.
Bit steep. Well, that's good for us.
It's making a risk, though.
It is making a risk.
We may regret it.
Well, that's kind of what we do here on this Let's Play series. We make decisions that we're probably going to regret later. All right, so we're going to take it. All right, so we've got dump trailer, dump contract. You can see it pre-fills it in there for us. So I think we're okay. It only requires 3 trucks up here, so I think we're good. The money looks good. Of course, we'll find out very shortly if we're okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get these. I don't know if this guy, where is he headed? I don't know if he's going back to Des Moines. We're going to drag him on here anyway. We're going to drag all these guys on there. Every single one of them. We're going to put them all to work at the same time on the same contract. Now, the math on this doesn't work out all that great because we're going to have 8 trucks and 15 trips. So that doesn't quite work out for everybody to get 2 trips there and back. But hey, you can't have everything you want in life, can you?
No, not that I think. No.
Okay, so you can't.
No.
All right. So let's see. We're going down to San Antonio. All right, so we've got that done. I think we're okay to get the game started, and then we'll move over to our reefer loads. Okay? And for the reefer, we need contract number 3, and it keeps pausing the game, which is perfectly fine. Because, I mean, who wants to actually play the game? You want it to stay paused, right? All right, so the reefer loads you can see. Once again, these guys are starting to complete. And let's see, where are you guys right now? So we've got Minneapolis, and you are also in Minneapolis. All right, so let's see if we can't get this going in Minneapolis. We only have 1 slot available right now. Let's go to our reefer contracts, and not good. 1 trip, 1 trip, 1 trip. We don't like that at all.
No.
So it looks like, yeah, this is just not what we want. This is just not good. Why would they want to do this to us? We want like 15 contracts at a minimum, preferably like 50. But we got some upgrading to do if we want to get there. So do we have any? No. So we've got nothing. How about that? We have a great big bunch of nothing for this. So we're going to send 1 guy to Bismarck. How about that?
How about that?
So that is not exactly what I had planned. But that's where he's going. So let's go ahead and get the game back going. We still have, now we got all these guys that are going to Des Moines, which is perfectly fine because right now we don't have anything else to do with them. All right, so now the game pause makes sense because we just upgraded. We finished up a contract. Come on back up here, messages. And so now we have another client to level 1. Another client is now level 2. So we're doing good there. So we got 1 contract available. But for now, I think I'm just going to let these guys all head back to Des Moines. And then we'll start fresh from there. There we go. There's our second contract that is now completed. Now we have our 1 guy that is going to Bismarck. The good thing about Bismarck is we've not unlocked it yet. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to unlock it here either because he's going to a farm instead of the city itself. All right, all these guys are headed back to Des Moines. You can see we're now starting to get a few of them in there, and this guy wants a raise. Let's look and see what he wants. All right, he wants $18 more on his basic salary. So whether he's driving anywhere or not, he just wants $18 more.
Well.
Plus, he wants 7 more cents per mile. So should we keep him around? Should we pay him that? What do you think?
You know, give the man what he wants.
Give the man what he wants. We are a very employee-friendly company. We are going to accept. Of course, if we deny it, he may quit, and then we have to go find another driver. So, there's good and bad that's going on here.
There is.
All right, so we have just the one reefer contract going. That's our lonely guy who's going by himself to Bismarck. So while he's doing that, everybody else has made their way back to Des Moines and are now safe and sound, wasting our time in Des Moines. So we can't have that. We got to have these guys busy. So let's see what we have. So we pull up Des Moines, make sure we're on the reefer trailer. We've got a 10-trip deal going to Chicago. Not a bad place to go. Let's see, 4 trips, 5 trips, 10 trips to Lincoln, but this don't pay very much money. I mean, 10 trips for $22,000 is not good. 10 trips, it's going to pay us a total of $29,000, a little better. And then 10 trips, $31,000 to Chicago. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, plus this would get us up to the 50 we need for a level 4. So that would max out Chicago. I'm in favor of this. And by the way, you know one thing I forgot to look at? It's the one thing you were supposed to be looking at. How many trucks are required?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You forgot to look. So I could have picked out some deal that said, hey, you need 10 trucks for this. And then I would have signed the deal. We would have been in trouble. We'd have lost money, probably gone bankrupt, and it would have been all your fault. And, oh, my goodness, I just don't know what we're going to do here.
I don't either. At this point, I'm accepting the fact that I failed.
Already. We haven't even failed yet, and already you're accepting failure. Okay, that's
I'm
good.
accepting failure because, I can see the future, but I'm going to accept it, and we're going to come back from it.
We're going to come back from it. That's right. We are going to overcome. So, San Antonio, where are we right now? And somehow he just arrived in San Antonio for the first time, and yet we have completed, it appears, 17 contracts. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, but hey, we're going to go with it. Okay? We're not going to worry too much about it. We're going to go with it. Apparently, we've been there in the past, at least at some point. Or maybe that was talking about the number of cities. So we've now visited 20 of the 37 cities. Now, where we haven't gone is way over here in the west. We haven't gone basically anywhere over here that I can remember. Yeah, all of these are grayed out. Cheyenne is as far over as we've gotten. So we're just not messing with them. Besides, these cities over here in the east are much closer together and there's much more of them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's where we're making our money right now. We'll get over it to the west, though, at some point. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of our messages and let's get these guys going. So we have nobody idle right now. So now's a good time just to check in on what everybody's doing. Oh, and now here's our guy in Bismarck, our lonely guy. All right, come on now. There we go. So now he's going to head back to Des Moines, which is perfectly fine with me. And we don't really need him on this particular schedule because, again, the math just doesn't work out all the way out. But we're going to go ahead and drag him on here just so he'll have something to do. And, all right, so San Antonio, let's go ahead and head back down here. You can see there's our convoy of trucks that are going to and from. All right, now this, Kaylee, this is Billy. This is our business partner, and he drives us nuts. He is constantly wanting us to do various things that we're not particularly interested in doing right now. So Billy gets on our nerves. That's kind of what Billy's job is in this career mode.
Billy needs to slow his roll.
Slow his roll. That is exactly what Billy needs to do. And the next time Billy has a pop-up discussion with us, that is exactly what we're going to tell him. We're going to have a write-in option that says, slow your roll, Billy. Got it. Got it. We are on it. That's exactly what we're going to have Billy do. Right now, it looks like Billy is headed back to Des Moines because he needs some rest. There's a lot of people headed to and from Des Moines. You can see there's a lot of going on here. All right, so now we've got... All right, we just fulfilled one of our contracts on Schedule 1. That's what the little 1 icon means out to the side. And so now we're in need of a return trip. So we need a backhaul. Oh, autosave is messing us up here. All right, so we just completed a contract, looks like going from New Orleans back to Charlotte. So we need to replace that and get going. All right, but these guys are on the dry trailer. So we need to find preferably another 50. Now we could get by with a shorter term one because we're about to complete this one very shortly. Only 12 more trips to be made there. So let's see what we've got. Do we have anything going to New Orleans? No. Maybe?
No.
Or excuse me, Charlotte. Not New Orleans. You got me all messed up here. We're already in New Orleans. We're looking for Charlotte.
Well, I mean, earlier I
Miami.
saw
Now,
some.
Miami's pretty good now.
Okay.
Nice place to visit. We're not quite ready to go there just yet. So it looks like we've got the one deal going back to Charlotte for 20 trips. It is for how many trucks?
5.
5 trucks. Do we have 5 trucks?
Do we have 5 trucks? We have 10 trucks.
We have 10 trucks. So we are perfectly good on this one. Plus the math works out pretty good. 10 trucks, 20 trips. We can do that math. All right, let's take it again. We're not going to worry too much about how much it pays and all that. Right now we are taking turns going back and forth between these 2 great cities, and everything's working out. So I have no reason whatsoever to change that up. Everything is going fine and smooth, and we'll stay with it. All right, so let's go back over. We notice we got our first guy who is done with the reefer trailers. Okay, now we did not have a return trip on the Chicago deal. All right, but we should coming up here very shortly, because remember, this is the final trip that we need in order to make Chicago a level 4. And yes, all of these guys are now finishing up, and they should all be in Chicago, at least the ones that just finished up. Are you in Chicago? Yes, you are. All right, so they're headed back to Des Moines, and I am inclined to just let that happen right now. We're just going to let them, it's not that far. We're just going to let that happen, and we're going to try to reset while we check on our dump trailers. You can see we got one guy here who is, this is our guy, poor lonely guy that went to Bismarck all by himself while everybody else got to go to Des Moines and take a break. So he's the first guy to take a little break now. He's making up for lost time. All right, so what just completed? That was schedule number 3, and now we have nothing left on schedule 3. These guys will all filter their way back. You can see them now. They're headed from Chicago back into Des Moines. There they go. Now this poor guy is going, where's he going? He's going to Indy, because there was no room at the inn for him. 6 is all we can handle in Des Moines. So he decided he's going somewhere else. All right, so we go back to Des Moines. Let's go to our reefer trailers. And so we got 10 trips back to Chicago. It seems like we just did that very contract.
We did.
4 trips, 5 trips, 10 trips to Lincoln. So this will give us a chance to go to Lincoln. And we've been to Lincoln before, but we haven't been to the city itself because it's still grayed out, but we've been to the local farm. All right, 10 trips. All right, I like this one. 10 trips, 30,000. Not bad. To Minneapolis. Okay, that's, not the end of the world.
What does that icon mean? Underneath Minneapolis?
Underneath Minneapolis. This, that is probably a sawmill.
Oh.
Or a forest where they're cutting down the trees. One of the two. It's something about the wood anyway.
Okay, I thought it was an
Now we could zoom in and we could actually find out what that is, but that's my guess. It's probably, I'm guessing that's a forest where we're cutting down trees.
It's a pretty good guess.
I'm going to go with it anyway. We're going to own it, whether it's right or wrong. We're just going with it. All right, so right now that looks pretty good. 10 trips, 30,000, and 10 trips, 31,000. But we just went to Chicago. Let's go back down here. Okay, I like the Minneapolis, so let's go ahead. Looks like we're going to be delivering some refrigerated supplies or cooled supplies. And we're going to go ahead and try to catch this guy. We're going to bring him back because we don't need him to get too terribly far away. All right, so 10 trips. Here we go. We're going to put Billy back to work.
Billy.
Yeah, poor Billy. He means well, I promise. He means well, but he definitely is getting on our nerves. All right, so we still got our one dump trailer. There we go. Now these guys are starting to finish up in San Antonio. All right, let's go down to San Antonio and see what we've got for a return trip. We're a little late on the return trip. Okay, I like this one. You see any problems with this one?
No.
No problems? No problems? None at all?
Wait, it says 8 trucks.
Uh-huh.
We only have 6.
That's right. There you go. See, now we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm proud of myself, you know?
You should be proud of
I'm
yourself.
learning.
It only took me like 5 times of pointing it out that there might be a... Now, normally, I would just take that and just move on with it. I would have ignored the 8 trucks, having not ever seen it. But we are not going to do that this time. Even though I really want to. I really, really want to. In fact, I'm thinking about doing it anyway. Even though I said I wasn't going to do it. Okay, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I want to, but it's not going to happen. Okay, you're trying to talk me into it. I know you are, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm here to stop you from making the mistakes, okay?
That's right. That's what you're...
You're not going to do it. I'm not going to let you.
All right, you can see. We already got 4 trucks here. And they're going to hop on this, and we're going to OKC, and everything is going to be fine. Luckily, OKC is on our way back to where we were headed anyway, which is back up here to Des Moines. So you can see our other guys are headed that way, including our buddy Notch. He's already headed back up there. All right, so anything else we can get? Are there any more? Wait. So there's the one we can't take, right? We can't have that one. You're not going to let me have it.
I'm not.
What about this one? Can I have this one? That's 15 trips. That would be some nice money.
It would.
Am I allowed to have this one?
I'll allow it this time.
You're going to allow it. Okay, we're going to give it a shot. Do we have... Are you sure that we have 5 trucks right now that can hop on and take this?
We have 1 truck going to San Antonio. Am I correct? Or am I not correct?
We have 1 truck that is still on his way down here.
Okay.
Okay, this is probably him right here. I'm not sure, but
And then
it
we
could
have
be.
4 trucks on their way to Oklahoma City.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Okay, we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're taking this one. It doesn't even matter. Okay, this guy here who is trying to get away, he's trying to head back to Des Moines. He's just going to have to turn around and come back. Okay, because we're not going to allow this. Okay, he's coming back. And then we got our guy in Des Moines. This is definitely not what we want. We don't want him coming back all the way down here. So that's not going to work. But then we have Notch is already down here in San Antonio anyway. So we're good. We're going to get a start. And so then what we're going to have is these guys get to Oklahoma City and then hurry up and get right back down here to try to make these deliveries. We're going to see if it works out. I'm not sure. But again, it doesn't matter to me either way because it's going to be your fault if it doesn't work out.
I tried to talk you out of it.
I know.
I was looking at the statistics.
I know. You made no effort to talk me out of it. I know. You know.
I was looking at the statistics. You didn't give me time, man.
Oh, I didn't give you time. Well, we don't have all day. We got to get going.
Why does that?
Okay,
Why does the money keep flashing? Earlier it was flashing red.
The green is whenever we make one of our deliveries and it's paying us money, a certain amount of money per trip. The red is when it costs us money, like when they have to refuel or they have to go in for repairs, anything like that. So yeah, we don't like the red. We have to deal with it, but we don't like it.
It flashed red like 3 times earlier, and I was really concerned.
Okay, well that's good. You should be concerned. Red is not good in business. We want to stay out of the red. All right. Now the good news is we have 7 trucks that are working hard to try to make us look good on this 5 truck deal. So I think we're going to be okay if they can, within the time frame that we need, get back down here and make these deliveries. I feel good about it. We're not doing any return trip. There's no back haul on this one because we're trying to concentrate and make sure we get this done. All right, in the meantime, our reefer trailers are they're all over the place here. They've decided that they're done with their particular contract. And so let's take a look at those guys. I'm feeling pretty good about our dump trailers right now. You feeling pretty good now?
I'm feeling pretty good, you know?
Well, I mean, we got 7 trucks on a 5 truck deal. I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully the timing will work out and we won't be too far behind that we can't catch up. All right, so now we've got some guys. All of these guys are either in Minneapolis or were in Minneapolis. So now I'm going to let them head back to Des Moines. I think we're going to have enough room for most everybody. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to we just keep piling these guys in here. They're done in Minneapolis. So, okay, we're getting our first guys back toward Des Moines. So let's go back into Des Moines and let's hope that there are some good contracts available. There's that one. There's a 10 tripper going to Chicago. They want us to go to Chicago.
No.
You don't want to go to Chicago.
No.
We don't want to go to Chicago. All right, but you have to understand, I mean, it's 10 trips for $31,000. It's not bad, so we'll keep that in mind.
In the back of my mind.
Okay, in the very recesses of your brain, you're going to keep that one.
I will.
All right, that would appear to be the best deal we've got. Let's go all the way down to the bottom just to make sure. But yeah, that's the best trip we got. And the reason it's the best trip we got is because we're not quite where we need to be with Des Moines. We have what? 4 more trips in order to get to level 4. All right, we need to get there. So we're going to be doing some business out of Des Moines. All right, we could stay in Des Moines and just do a one-tripper there. Doesn't pay us any money, but let's see. What do we want to do? We want to go to Indy.
We should go to Indy.
We haven't been to Indy in a while. Let's just do it. It's a 4-trip deal. But who knows?
And isn't 4 trips what we need?
We want more than that. The 10 was good, but you wouldn't let me have that.
I'm here to fix your mistakes.
You are here to fix my mistakes, and I make plenty of them. There's no doubt. All right, so Des Moines, let's see. We need 2 more guys. Oh, you are still there. All right, all you guys are still up in Minneapolis. Okay, that's not what I want. And then I got one guy here that he is over. Nope, he was headed to Minneapolis, but we don't want him to head to Minneapolis right now. All right, we need 1 more guy. All right, looks like you are the guy, so that gives us 2 more guys that, let's give them a few minutes because they're still up here in Minneapolis. And why are we, for some reason, we are still pausing like every 2 seconds, which is perfectly fine if I knew why we were pausing every 2 seconds.
Oh, the money's still flashing red and yellow.
And yellow. So see, things are good. We need more green. We need just more green. The good news is we're at $5.5 million, so we're okay there. Okay, and I mean, not much to complain about when you have $5.5 million in your bank account, except that you don't have $6 million in your bank account.
Or 5.6.
Or 5.6. That's true. That's true. I can't argue with any of this. All right, so we have our 2 guys, which basically should be in Des Moines. Yeah, you can see them highlighted there on the screen. So now let's see if there is anything in Indy. We got these first 2 guys look like the first 2 that are on their way to Indy. So we're not ready for any back hauls, no return trips just yet. Let's see what we got. Anybody else? Any other Indy trips? No more Indy trips. They don't want us to keep it that simple. All right, we could go back to Minneapolis, but that would be how many trucks?
5.
5 trucks. That's too many. We've already got 4 of our trucks that are busy, so we don't have 5 trucks. So you can't allow me to do that trip.
I will not.
Okay, you will not. That's right. You cannot do that. All right, so now we could go to Lincoln, or we could do Chicago. But that would require how many?
5 trucks.
Let's see, 5 trucks. See, we can't do it.
No.
We can't do it. None of this is any good. All right, so since none of this is really any good, and we're going to get our guys all spread out, I think we should do the Lincoln trip. It's only how many trucks?
2.
Only 2, and I think we got 2 trucks that are ready to go.
We do.
We do. Let's do that one. Now, we're not going to do any back hauls on this one because we want to make sure that we can get down there and do what we need to do. So let's get Billy back working again.
Billy.
And our poor guy here with our dump trailer, he's getting a break. We made him go all the way to Bismarck. Oh, a truck is broken down. See, we missed a guy. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. So where is this guy? All right, so hopefully he's headed to New Orleans. We ignored him, and the poor guy broke down on the side of the road.
I am so sorry, man.
So see, that's your fault. You are totally responsible for that in every way. So I hope you're happy right now.
I am not happy. I apologize to that guy.
That's bad. Okay, let's come back over to our reefer trailer. These are the ones that we're focusing on right now. And then our one poor guy here he's finally getting to sleep after we've treated him so badly. The good news is, okay, so we made our first trip down to Lincoln, so that's good. That's what we want. A new city has been visited. All right, everything's going great. All right, now we're starting to get our dump trailers that are from Schedule 2. You can see we got 6 trucks here. Everything is starting to, they're completing their last load. So let's see. Let's go ahead and find out what we have available in OKC. Anything good? Ooh, to Des Moines. That looks good.
It does.
Let's just take that. Let's just don't even look any further. Let's go and just take that one, just from there. All right, so we signed the deal. This guy, where are you? Okay, you're in OKC. That's perfect. All right, and you're headed to Des Moines. So then we already have a guy in Des Moines. So hopefully there can be something coming back to OKC. That would be perfect. And lo and behold, there we go. There we go.
We've done it.
Sometimes the trucking gods just smile upon you. Maybe it was because we have a truck model now. You think that could be it?
Probably, you know.
I would be willing to bet that no other trucking company on this map has a truck model like we do.
Only the best has one.
And there it is. So
It's
we're taking it. We're taking it right now. We're taking this deal. Everything has worked out perfectly, and I could not be happier. I am convinced right now that that only happened because you were here. Would you agree, Kaylee?
I would agree.
Okay.
I'm very proud of this.
You're very proud of this. Okay, so a little bit of conceit. Okay, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'll allow it this one time. Okay, there's our guy. He's broken down, and he's decided that it would be much better for him to not go to the closest place. He's going to go all the way up here to Charlotte. So that obviously makes lots of sense. Again, that's your fault.
I know.
So you did something good, but then immediately I'm going to point out something that you did very badly.
So
I hope you're happy now. I hope that you are happy. All right, so what are we losing? We just got done with a 50-trip deal from Charlotte to New Orleans. Now we need to replace that. Or, actually, because these guys will be finishing up this New Orleans to Charlotte deal here pretty soon, we have the ability... Where are you at? You're in Charlotte. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's see what we have available. We want 50 trips somewhere. That's what we want. Oh, there's 20. Of course, that's going back to New Orleans because, of course, it does. And what's going to OKC? That's $3,400 per 6 trucks. That's not a bad deal, but it's not enough to make me take the splurge into that. Look at that, $1,900. I can't be tying up 6 trucks for $1,900 a week. That's no good. $559. I mean, really? We have a truck model. And that's what you're trying to pay us? No, not likely. All right, we could go to DC. It's not bad. Nobody wants to pay us any money. Why don't they want to pay us money? There we go. They want to pay us money to go back to Augusta. $5,100 per. It's a 9-truck deal. We got 10 trucks. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. $5,100 per. But then we come down here. It's a 10-trip deal to Detroit, but it pays quite a bit of money. That's a lot of money.
It does. Yes.
I think we should take it. What say you? You say we should take it?
We should.
$8,500 is a lot of money that they're offering. Plus, it's only for 2 trucks. What have we got to lose here? I'm thinking we're going to finish this one early. And let's get you
That dude
on
looks like
that
The
one.
Rock.
He does look like The Rock, doesn't he?
We're going to send him to Detroit.
So we have Notch, we have The Rock, we have a truck model,
We have Billy.
and we have Billy. That's right.
Can't forget Billy.
Well, I've been trying to, but apparently it's not going to happen.
It's not. Billy just does not want to be forgotten.
All right, so this is why we really have to find some longer contracts. This is just killing me having to deal with these reefer trailers so much. All right, so we got to come back over. I think we're good right now on Schedule 1. Okay, we just got these guys set up. It's not a long deal, but we'll see what we can get once we get up to Detroit. Detroit is almost at a level 4. You can see just a sliver of gray left there. We're almost there. All right, so yeah, we got to get these guys. We got to get these guys something to do. We're not quite ready to do it just yet, but we're getting there. All right, so let's go back over to schedule number 1. And you can see our guys are already starting to file in. There they go. They head over. And I mean, that's a lot of trucks right there. I mean, that really is just a lot of trucks when you see them just all going in at the same time like that. All right, there we go. Contract for the dump trailers. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. All these guys are finishing up their contracts. We got our first. Oops, let's go over to schedule 1. You can see there he is.
The Rock.
The Rock. He's done. Okay, where is The Rock right now? He is in Lincoln. Okay, so he's over here in Lincoln, and you can see where everybody is starting to get done. So what I'm going to let these guys do is I'm just going to let them file their way back into Des Moines, and that's all. We're just going to let these guys chill out. We're getting toward the end of our video now, and we're not going to get them restarted. We'll just get a fresh start with them in our next video. All right, you can see they're going to start filing in. This game is going to start pausing, which is fine, because you're not going to be aware of this, but in the past I've had some issues with the game fast forwarding when I didn't want it to fast forward. So I have made the statement and will firmly stand by it that I would prefer it drive me crazy by pausing all the time as opposed to drive me crazy by fast forwarding when I don't need it to fast forward. All right, so let's see where we got our first guy that's arrived in Detroit. Okay, in our dry trailer. So let's see what we've got Detroit, but that's got to be going back down to Charlotte. And already this doesn't start off good.
No.
Because alphabetical order tells me that that's not what we want. All right, so it looks like we are not going to have any return trips unless we get lucky. I mean, maybe we get lucky with something like Pittsburgh, which is along the way. Okay, a 4-tripper. That's just not going to help me. Maybe D.C., Washington, D.C. Can we? No, we can't get that either. Okay, fine. So Pittsburgh it is. We'll take the Pittsburgh deal. All right, and actually I think our one guy is already done. We could find him and drag him back over, but we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, so he didn't pick it up, but we got a whole convoy of trucks coming behind him. So that is not going to be a problem for us to find 4 trucks that can pick up this contract and finish it up.
I don't think his truck is broken down anymore.
It better not be. It better not be. Is he? No, I don't see him because there would be a little icon out here next to the truck dealer. So I think we're good. All right, so we got, now everybody is going to start to file out as completing their dump trailer contract. We can see there's Notch. He's done his job. So we've got, now she is in, okay, she's in Detroit, and she didn't have anything to do because this was only a 4-trip deal, and we've already got 4 trucks on it. So she didn't have anything to do, and we don't have anywhere to put her because I'm not starting a new schedule. I'm not starting any of that new stuff. I'll just complicate things, and I have enough trouble keeping straight what we've got already. All right, so all these guys are going to file into Indianapolis, and that is perfectly fine. Oh, somebody else wants some more money. Let's see, what does he want? Now, this guy's not making very much money anyway. He's only making $510. The other guy was making like $800 and something for salary. So this guy's all right. This will raise him up a little bit. I think we should give it to him. What do you think?
We should be nice, you know?
We should be nice. I agree. It's a new year. We're going to be nice to him.
Bill deserves a lot.
Bill deserves a lot. He's not quite a truck model. Let's just be honest.
We only have one of those.
That's right. There's only one right now in the fleet, but we're going to try to expand that. I think we should get more.
Of course.
All right, so we got all of our reefer trailers that are doing absolutely nothing, most of which are in, looks like Des Moines. And we got some of our dry trailers that are starting to get done. They're going to head over to Indy, which is the nearest depot for them. And I think this is a pretty good spot for us to go ahead and end the video. So let's just recap on how well you've done today. I think you did okay. I don't want you to get a big head or anything, but I think you did okay. I don't think we made any serious mistakes today. Did we make any serious mistakes?
I don't think so. You know, my first time, I feel like we've done good.
I feel like we have done good as well. No serious mistakes. I didn't pick any 15 truck contracts or anything crazy like that. Even though this guy, he's kind of giving me the look right now. Maybe we did make a mistake that I forgot about. He's kind of giving me that sly look like, yeah, you messed up some things. I don't know. We're going to overrule him. We're just going to let him just keep on driving.
Maybe he's planning something against us, you know?
You think he's plotting against us? Maybe he works on the side for our former employer that the career mode says is out to get us. Maybe that's what it is. He is a double agent.
Oh my gosh, we figured it out.
So see, I never would have figured that out if you hadn't been here. So Kaylee, thank you very much for joining me in today's video and taking all the blame.
I have saved knee pit trucking.
You have saved knee pit truck single-handedly. In fact, why am I even the one doing this Let's Play series? I think you should be doing all of the videos on this, and we would have like $20 million by now.
Let's not get crazy now.
So you're not going to be doing all of the Let's Play videos from now on?
You're doing great.
Oh,
doing great.
Okay. Well, see, that's a sign of a great leader, is you always bring up those around you. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much to Kaylee for joining us today.
Thank you.
And join us next time for more of our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA.